It's all fanning out three abreast like it's lightweight motorcycle racing down that back. More wide on the straight. Not a whole lot of position to capture as a result. Blackbird is up the inside of the 99 on Richard. Will have contact with the ball. That one and round back up to the never had particularly great starts. They both keep on going at this stage, albeit with possibly a little bit less paintwork they had on the side of the car than when they started this one. Lewis Clark is through Murray's already, and it will be the number one car that leads the way at the end on lap one. Behind him it's John Baker, and then Alistair Topley, your top three. Small gap back to fourth position, which is where you find Thomas Brown. Fifth and up one position is the 49 of Craig Ballantyne. He gained that position at the expense of Ian Howard, actually. There at the moment, dropped behind Thomas Brown, who was not quite so far up the order halfway through that first lap, so good recovery from Thomas Brown. As the field winds their way now towards the infield once again. Baker, to me, looks just a little bit quicker through the first sector on this occasion, at least through the first couple of corners. John Baker seems to be getting a move on with this up at the front. He doesn't want to let Lewis Clark get away, albeit Clark then gets a brilliant run through. Palmer's all of this, bringing Thomas Brown back into play as well, who is not done with this yet in fourth. So it's four cars for three podium positions, then a gap back towards the next car, which for now is Craig Ballantyne, albeit it might not be Craig Ballantyne for too much longer, because down Agostini's got a car on his inside, and through goes Ian Howard with a textbook Snetterton move on the infield section. Howard now up into fifth, Ballantyne down to sixth position. As a result, Ballantyne will try and fight back in towards Augie's, closes in on the brakes and actually push each other wide a little bit, so what little gap they had behind them, I'm pretty sure will come down if they continue fighting each other just that hard. As out wide goes Ballantyne for a moment on entrance towards Augie's. The trim is handing off of Howard's left-hand side as they get themselves onto that Bentley straight, and they'll continue their battle, I've got no doubt to that. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's very little trim left on either car come the end of this one. As down the back straight we go. It is still Clark from Baker, from Thompson and up ahead of him, pull down the inside of the ball hole, up one position at line, fancy to go to try and pull him as well. Like the second box, they got one back, right in the middle of that back position. So, behind them, the likes of Dre and Canada, wide field five car that's up the order. It's quite quickly going to become the five car that's down the order, because well, mistake at Murray's was that you lose all your momentum onto the start-finish straight, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it until you get up towards Ritchie's. Up the inside for fifth position, beats Ballantyne, can't quite get there against the number 37 of Ian Howard, however. There was also a peek up the inside in that top four. It came from Alistair Topley, who looked for a move through on John Baker at turn one, but being too aggressive may yet cost him here, because Thomas Brown is now onto his tail. That fourth, third position ahead is John Baker in second ahead, and that's still Lewis Clark in first position, who was the quickest of that quartet on the previous lap, albeit not by a whole lot, and through sector one he's then losing a little bit of that margin to John Baker. Squeezing up the inside goes Thomas Brown. Agostini's got contact with Topley. Topley does a quarter spin. He'll be able to get going again, but that one surely will be looked at after the race, because Brown, with a late lunge to the inside, there's then a battle further back that has to avoid the stranded car of Topley. I'm sure they'll sort themselves out, but Brown, very quick, we could see, showed a nose to the inside of Agostini. I'm not sure, there was a Ford-sized gap on the inside, maybe a Ford KA, but not a Ford Focus. So before you know it, Brown, he's in third, but with controversy looming over him. All of that means that dropping down the order has gone Alistair Topley. No longer is it a top quartet, it's a top trio, as Simon Watts seized that opportunity to get himself back onto what is now a battle pack for fourth position. So it's Clark from Baker from Brown, then fourth position at the moment, runs Howard. once again then. There is a definitive splitting of field here as Lewis Clark ever more healthy for John Baker. And this is suddenly making it very tasty. The entire rest of the field by Howard, Valentine and Moore, and then it's going to be Richard Hall. And let's not yet count out the likes of Topley, 41. Alistair Topley, he's recovered himself into 7th, could yet be on for a podium despite having a little bit of help into his spin 1 lap ago. Simon Moore's stranded car, I think, is on the exit of Wilson, but it doesn't explain where some of our other stranded machines have ended up. Thomas Brown was down in 11th as they crossed the line, so he clearly had some sort of issue after the contact, or potentially thought to try and give back the position to Alistair Topley in the hope that he avoids a penalty, which, to be honest, is, well, a nice idea, but it's cost him an awful lot of time, and he might have been better off just taking the penalty. In truth, as into the infield they come once again. Hard on the brakes is what's now that battle pack for 3rd position, still led by Ian Howard in the red and black car. Behind him, the white car with the orange and red stripes. That is Valentine, who would like to make a little bit of progress up towards Hamilton as they come. Valentine definitely quicker than Ian Howard up ahead. Is there an opportunity to get down the inside? No, there's not. Is there an opportunity to run front to rear? Probably, as they hit the brakes for Augie. Simon Moore is watching all of this unfold, and Simon knows exactly what he's doing because he's raced in every single season of the GT Cup, and I reckon he's lurking here waiting to play his cards for a podium. That first card might come pretty soon because Simon Moore got a visibly better exit onto the end of the race. Either of these cards up ahead. This is for 3rd position. It is the red and black car of Ian Howard. He's clear, and behind him, side by side, Valentine on the inside. On the outside is Simon Watts. Simon Watts massively going in here. That one for now. Howard, Tom Valentine on Simon Watts. Through the start-finish line for yet another lap. What started with 15 minutes in the race, down to just 5 minutes left. That one had a mistake earlier on at Murray's, and he will not go any further in this one. Having gone off that right.